First things first, happy Victory Monday to the winners and to the losers. Remember, there's always next REE. It's your boy REE, a.k.a. the Black Adam Scheffner, and we here, y'all. Week 9, Reaction Monday. We've been doing this for 9 weeks. Well, we missed 1 week, but week 9, y'all. Week 9. Let's get right to it. Kicking off week 9, we had our Thursday night matchup. We had the Tennessee Titans at the Pittsburgh Steelers, a game that Pittsburgh was able to win 20-16. Tennessee kind of came back a little bit at the end. But before I even get in there, I got a message. Free George Pickens, y'all. If anybody from the Steelers organization sees this, free that man. Free George Pickens, y'all. All right, let's get right to it, though. I feel like the Steelers is on borrowed time, y'all. They playing with the church's money. I'll never take anything away from the defense. The defense is lights out. They got guys all across that defense, front and the back end, middle linebacker, wherever. I'm just not a believer in Kenny Pickett, man. You see, you got a guy like George Pickens, free him. You got a guy like George Pickens, you're not using him. Dude is a dog. How are you not using this guy? That's what's confusing me the most. But like I said, the Steelers defense, I can't say nothing. Personally, Watt is arguably the best defensive player in the league, and he's my favorite. But I just don't. I don't believe in Kenny Pickett, man. He's gonna be the downfall of that team. As far as it looked like the Titans found their guy, Will Levis. He didn't have as big as a game that he had last week, week 8, but he showed those signs. He looked like a rookie at some moments, but then some moments he looked like a veteran, which is what you want to see from a rookie quarterback. You want to see that progress. This is only a second start. Or I don't even think he started last week. Yeah, he did. He started last week. But yeah, they found their guy. I wouldn't expect anything as far as playoffs or anything like that from them, but the Steelers, man, I don't know, man. Free that man. Free that man. Free him. Then kicking off our Sunday games, we had the Miami Dolphins at the Kansas City Chiefs, my defending Super Bowl champion Kansas City Chiefs. A game over in Germany that the Chiefs were able to win 21-14. Quick start by the Chiefs. Hopped on them 21-0. 21-0. I'm watching the game. I was a little stressed in the beginning because our offense. 21-0. Cheetah. What happened? What happened to the Cheetah? Tyreek Hill was held to 8 catches for 60 yards. About 4 of those catches were screens. But he was held in check after running his mouth. This guy's been running his mouth about the Chiefs every chance he got. And what happened? What happened? You got the ball stripped from you to blow the game open. Luckily, they made a little comeback. But that Chiefs defense is for real this year, y'all. I be trying to tell people. The defense held the Chiefs down. The offense continues to stall, which I don't know if Andy Reid is playing possum and he doesn't want to show everything. He's not even playing Kadarius Toney, that's a guy you want on the I don't know. I'm not sure. Use Pacheco. Run the ball, and I don't know. Run the ball, Andy. Something like this offense does not look good. I'm gonna just keep it. I'm not biased. I'm gonna keep it real. Dolphins are frauds, as I've been telling y'all all year. They rely too much on the big play. If you go back and look weeks back, you'll hear me saying the same sentiment about this team. That's now 6 straight losses to winning teams, the Dolphins. Like I said, when they play lower level competition, Tyreek Hill, 200 yards, Tua looks like MVP. But the 3 games that they played this year against teams with winning records, the Bills, the Chiefs, and the Eagles, they lost. That's frauds to me. Then we had the LA Rams at the Green Bay Packers, a game that the Packers were able to win 20-3. Kind of a boring game, not much action, not much excitement. The Rams fall from grace, though. It's crazy because it feels like we just watched them win a Super Bowl a couple seasons ago, and now they're not a great team. And they traded all the draft picks away, so them losing isn't really helping the situation with the draft. Like I said, Green Bay won. I'm not impressed with them. I mean, Jordan Love is their guy. I don't think he is the guy, though. But they won. They won. Don't expect nothing from either one of these teams. Maybe play spoiler to some teams down the road, but it's not looking promising for either team. Y'all had the Washington Redskins at the New England Patriots, a game that Washington was able to win 20-17. Is Sam Howell the real deal? Drop a comment. Is Sam Howell the real deal? Because it's like 1 week I'm like, oh my goodness, this guy got his ceiling is here. Then the next week I'm like, I don't see what they see. I'm back and forth on it. It's like Washington plays to the level of their opponent every week, like I've been saying. They play up when they play up. They play down when they play down competition. As for the Patriots, they now fall to 2-7. 2-7. It's kind of like growing up is like the Patriots are this dominant team. They're beating everybody. Tom Brady winning rings. Yeah, they said they cheat. Whatever. But 2-7. The New England Patriots are 2-7. Let that sink in. The New England Patriots are 2-7. As for Washington, I don't think they'll contend for that division. They could play spoiler to some teams down the road. It's just inconsistent play with them, so it's hard to say what's really going to happen with them because you really don't know. It changes week to week with this team. They don't have a real identity of what direction they're headed in right now. I mean, I guess you could say it's headed in a positive direction. They did just trade 2 major pieces right before the deadline for pretty much a pack of soda. They traded them for a pack of soda, but Patriots, man. Shout out my boy Tyler, man. Patriots fan. What you got to say, man? What you got to say? Then we had the Tampa Bay Bucks at the Houston Texans shootout, a game that the Texans were able to win 39-37. C.J. Stroud, y'all. C.J. Stroud, y'all. If you know the curse about Ohio State quarterbacks, to see C.J. Stroud, he broke the curse. It's not even a question. He's broke the curse. Offensive Rookie of the Year. Give it to him now. I'm asking last week who the Offensive Rookie of the Year is, and I think yesterday pretty much solidified who's going to win. I mean, there's still weeks left, but, bro, he has 14 touchdowns and 1 interception. As a rookie, he's not turning the ball over. He just broke the rookie passing record. The Texans are second place in the division. DeMeco Ryans got to be in the talk for Coach of the Year. Like, I liked it. They had a bad loss to the Panthers last week, but I love the direction that the Texans are headed in. I love the young core receivers they got. They got a good, solid running game, or at least a good running back. But C.J. Stroud, y'all, he and I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't a believer because I bought into the Ohio State quarterbacks aren't successful, but he's made me a fan. He's made me a believer. I'm never gonna not give someone their credit when they make me look wrong. And C.J. Stroud, you have a fan in me. As for Tampa Bay, they continue to let me down. It looks like a rebuild is near for them. They might as well get rid of all those pieces while they can. They still got some older guys that may hold some value throughout the league. But they might as well, after the season, ship them all out. Get rid of Mike Evans, get rid of Godwin, get rid of Levante David, Devin White. Get rid of them, man. Get what you can while you can get them, because this roster ain't it. You don't even have a consistent quarterback. I'm not going to bash Baker. He's been playing decent, but blow the whole thing up. The Chicago Bears at New Orleans Saints. Again, that the Saints were able to win 24-17. New Orleans is still in contention. The number 1 in the NFC South. They kind of control their own destiny at this point. Just keep winning games. I personally have bashed them in the past, but I think they're benefiting from being in such a weak division. The NFC South they're not nothing special. They're benefiting from that. I still don't expect anything big from the Saints. They do have the weapons. However, Derek Carr is their quarterback. As for the Bears, the Bears are going to still be the Bears. what's there to say about him? Honestly, it's a show. You know, the curse word. I don't want to curse on here. Kids be watching. But yeah, it's not pretty out there. It's not pretty at all. Bears, I really wouldn't expect nothing. We don't know when Justin Fields is coming back. It looks like the team is playing a little bit better for this guy that they have in, but I wouldn't expect nothing from them. And like I said, as for New Orleans, they're kind of in control of their own destiny. They do have the #1 seed in the division right now, or they keep it. We don't know. You never know with Derek Carr, but we'll see how the next few weeks play up as the playoff picture kind of starts to build itself out. Seattle Seahawks at the Baltimore Ravens. Again, that Ravens flop was able to win 37-3. Shout out my boy Groove. Shout out my boy E. Shout out to all them Ravens fans out there. My cousin Shadi. Shout out to y'all, man, because honestly, I'm not biased. I feel like the Ravens are the best team in football right now as far as consistency. The offense might not go crazy every week, but the defense is going absolutely insane. Geno Stone leads the league in picks. I think he got about 7 right now. Defense wins championships. If you want to beat the Patrick Mahomeses, the Jalen Hurts, the Josh Allens, the Joe Burrows, you have to have a good defense. Yeah, you can try to score with them, but when you can get those stops, when you can stop those guys and get the offense the ball back and give them more opportunities to score, that's what's big. Now, I asked you guys last week if the Seahawks were pretenders or contenders. I felt like they were pretenders. I think we kind of got our answer. Now they played another team that's a contender, and they got smoked. Not saying that the Seahawks won't make the playoffs, which they probably realistically will. I just wouldn't expect much from them. Maybe a first-round exit, but we shall see. But as I said, I believe that the Ravens right now are currently the best team in football. And one last time, have y'all seen Lamar Jackson this year, y'all? Call him a running back. Say what you want about him. The dude wins games. The Minnesota Vikings at the Atlanta Falcons. A game that Minnesota was able to win 31-28. That's now 4 in a row. 4 in a row for Minnesota. Despite injuries, they're overcoming it all. Stacking wins. It's important. Jefferson's been out. They just lost Kirk, but they still won. They had Jaron Hall expected to start. He gets hurt early in the game. They throw Josh Dobbs in there, who just got there. Dude didn't even know the cadence. He didn't know players' names, the signals, the playbook, or nothing like that. And comes out and wins this game. Now, I'm not going to say this isn't a testament to how great he played and say that the Falcons are the Falcons, because that's impressive. Like, just coming into the organization without knowing those things and you win your first game, somebody got to give Dobbs a shot. Somebody got to give Dobbs a shot to the season. There's a lot of bad quarterbacks in this league right now that shouldn't be starters. You got this guy that he's doing anything he's asked, no matter where they ship him off to. And under that situation he was just thrown in to come out with the W, he probably didn't even expect to play that game. Like I said, he didn't even know the guys' names. He didn't even know the plays. As for Atlanta, what is Atlanta doing? You took Bijan Robinson at, I believe, number 8 overall early on in the draft, and it's like you don't use him. If he's hurt, sit him out. Me and my boy had this conversation last night. If he's hurt, sit him out. But there's absolutely no reason why he shouldn't be getting 20 to 25 touches a game, whether that's catching the ball out the backfield or running the ball out of the backfield. But Atlanta needs to figure some things out. But I do see they finally benched Ritter, which I've been telling y'all, if you go back in weeks, the guy's not good. They put Heineke in. I'm not saying he's the answer, but Ritter, he's not good, y'all. He's just not good. I'll leave it at that. Indianapolis Colts at the Carolina Panthers, a game that the Colts were able to win 27-13. The Colts are just playing football. Can't hate on them, like I said. They're still pieces away. But did you see Kenny Moore? 2 pick sixes? I don't know if Bryce Young's not seeing the field well or not, but you threw 2 pick sixes to the same guy. It's a little puzzling. personally, I know the answer. I'll ask y'all, did the Panthers make the wrong choice at quarterback? Should they have drafted C.J. Stroud, or should they have drafted Bryce Young, which they did they did draft? Personally, like I said, I think Stroud was the guy, but drop a comment. What do y'all think? But the Panthers are bad, man. They're bad. And they traded all the picks away just to get this guy. He's just not developing how I thought he would develop. And, you know, he has a good game 1 week, and then that's it. So, I don't know. I wouldn't expect much from them either. The New York Giants at the Las Vegas Raiders. Again, that the Raiders were able to win 30-6. Giants, man. The Giants. Just season can't get any worse. Daniel Jones done tore his ACL now. It's a bad. I'm still here for y'all, Giants fans. I'm still here for y'all, but I'm not on the train no more. You guys are trash. I'm sorry. You guys are terrible. It is what it is. It's a dumpster fire there right now. It's like if you go outside and you put some paper in the dumpster and light it on fire, that's what the Giants organization is right now. Saquon, please run while you can. I know you get political answers saying that, you know, you want to finish your career there and you don't want to go anywhere else. Bro, go somewhere else and get yourself with a contender, man. I'm tired of seeing you go through this. One of my favorite players, local Valley boy. I'm tired of seeing you go through this. The Raiders fired their coach. They fired the GM. They got the dub this week. They're feeling the energy, the hype. But cigars, though? Y'all smoking cigars after a game and you just beat the Giants. You act like you just clinched the playoff spot or you won the division title, or I just don't get. I don't respect anything else, though, from the Raiders. I really don't. Like I said, I get the frustration, but to come out and you're smoking cigars like you just accomplished something crazy is wild. Bad season, but somehow they're still in the hunt. They're still second in the West. Pretty much that's the Chiefs to lose, but we'll see how this season plays out. Them guys. Then we had that big showdown, y'all. We had America's team, the Dallas Cowboys, at Philadelphia Eagles. Eagles. But nah, all jokes aside, yes, I get it. The refs were bad. They missed some calls, some questionable calls were made. Specifically, the hands to the face that the ref called that happened right in front of him, but then somehow picked the flag up. I don't get that. The call on Gilmore, it happens. You know, I go on Facebook, I stir the pot. If you follow me on there, I do stir the pot, and I like to say things to get people riled up. But the Cowboys did not lose this game because of the refs. As I said, there was questionable calls. Even still, they had a chance. The Cowboys did have a chance. They still had a chance. Rain Dakota Prescott, he showed up. I got to give credit where it's due. You know, I called him. I've been on the record saying he's the most consistently inconsistent quarterback, but I got to give him his flowers. Tip my hat to you, Rain Dakota Prescott. You showed up this week. But the Eagles' defense showed up when it mattered. You know, that last drive, the Cowboys got down the field off of penalties. Funny enough, but the Eagles' defense showed up when it mattered the most. Dak took a very bad sack that you just can't happen. But it was a good game. This is one of the better games that I've seen this year for sure. I tip my hat to both teams, Eagles and the Cowboys. Thanks for the entertainment between the fans all over Facebook. Even without being a fan of either team, you always get excited for Cowboys Eagles. It's a game. It's a rivalry that everybody loves to watch. You love to watch the fans go back and forth. It is what it is. Eagles, I see y'all in 2 weeks though. And capping off week 9. Well, not week 9 because we still got Monday night, but capping off our Sunday games, we had our Sunday night game. We had the Buffalo Bills at the Cincinnati Bengals, a game that the Bengals were able to win 24-18. That's 4 in a row. That's 4 in a row for the Bengals, y'all. Remember, I had them go back and look. I had them boys on fraud alert. I was telling y'all, they are looking like frauds. Joe Burrow leg healthy now. Now they looking like the truth. Still somehow last place in their division, which is kind of crazy. That division is crazy. That division is crazy. But I tip my hat to the Bengals for turning it around. My apologies for putting y'all on fraud alert, but y'all were looking like frauds early in the year. Not had me blowing the whistle and everything. But as far as Buffalo, I don't know. Because if the season ended right now, Buffalo wouldn't even be in the playoffs. I don't know. Buffalo is a hard team to... And like I said, people, when Josh Allen gets a lot of criticism, again, he turns the ball over. That happens when you have those type of quarterbacks. He's a gunslinger. He's going to risk take. It is what it is. But I wouldn't call Josh Allen overrated by no means. He's not overrated. He's a great quarterback. Is he the second best in the league? Whatever. That's subjective. We know who number one is. After that, it's kind of, there's no clear number two. I seen the point last night. He ran into the end zone, looked at the boy and pointed. But I don't know. We'll see what happens with Buffalo, man. But Cincinnati, they're stacking in wins, and it could be very scary for the rest of the league now that they look like they got this thing figured out. That just about wraps up Week 9. It's getting there, y'all. It's getting there. Everything's starting to shape up. The playoff picture is kind of starting to form. You see, you got teams here. You got this. It's happening. It's happening. This is the part of the season that actually matters. Those losses early on in the year, you want to get them out the way now. Right now is where you do not want to lose too many games. This is all about stacking wins at this point. It don't matter if it's a blowout. It don't matter if it's a close game. You want to stack your wins at this point. As of right now, I give my power rankings. My power rankings right now, as it stands, I have Baltimore at number 1. I have Philadelphia at number 2. I got Kansas City at number 3. I got the Lions at number 4. And then number 5, I had to go with the Bengals. I'll go with the Bengals. I know they don't have the best record, but I'm going with the Bengals. But yeah, it's shaping up, y'all. It's getting there. Every loss and every win counts now, because it'll be playoffs before you know it, and we get into that part of the season. But yeah, just keep. I appreciate everybody that's been supporting. I enjoy doing this. I'm trying to find ways to make this better. People have been giving me a little advice and things they think I should add. My sis told me to add little highlights when I'm talking about certain things, which I'm going to try to incorporate. I don't know how the NFL works with copyrights and using their clips. I think I could use certain clips. It has to just be broken up and edited, but we'll see. I'll try. You've seen this episode that I threw a little bit of stuff in there. But yeah, man, I appreciate the support. Like, comment, subscribe. And you know how the saying goes. Happy Victory Monday to the winners, and to the losers, there's always next week. Oh yeah, and free George Pickens. But it's your boy REE, a.k.a. the Black Adam Scheffner. That's Week 9 of REE-Action Monday. I appreciate y'all, and I'm out.